Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another edition of Zoom In. So, I'm glad to have you all back. Some of you who were here last time, hello once again. Tonight, I am joined by a new co-host. She is going to introduce herself right now and then tell us a little bit about what are we going to be talking about tonight.
Hello, everyone. My name is Neda Mitrovic, and tonight I will be your co-host. So the theme for the night is influence of mainstream music on modern day youth.
That is correct. Thank you very much, Neda. So I have prepared a bunch of questions, but I just want to, put in an icebreaker of a question right now to start us off. How strong do you believe, Neda and everyone else, how strong do you believe the influence of Western culture, that is America, Canada, United Kingdom, do you believe that those countries have a big influence on our culture and our, specifically music, since we're talking about music tonight?
Well, I think that American or Western music, Hollywood in general, has a big influence on everything that we see in media every day. That when we open our phones, we see the influence of Western
Society,
stars,
yeah.
society, celebrities.
Yeah, okay, thank you. And what about anyone else? Do you believe that maybe America doesn't have an impact on us? Maybe, we chose this by ourselves. No, okay, I'm glad. I'm actually glad to hear that, because I'm pretty sure we can all agree how strong the influence of Western civilization is on our media, specifically music, since we're talking about that right now. So I have some pretty seemingly unrelated questions that I want to ask everyone here. Give me your, I guess, best answer. What is your primary, or not primary, what music do you listen to? What genre, what type of music do you listen to? What style of music do you listen to? You can raise your hand if you want to talk, and I'll let you talk. Okay, go ahead.
I listen XU rock.
Okay, and about XU rock, why is it XU rock that you listen to?
Because when I listen this music, I feel so peaceful.
Okay, so it brings you peace.
Yes.
Okay, so do you feel like that music represents you?
Yes.
It does?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Someone else, Matea? Wait, I accidentally muted you. I'm sorry. Can you? I'm
Okay.
sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
For me, it would be probably like techno music. I listen to it like all the time because, in the same way, it calms me down, and in the other way, it brings some positive energy in me, and I don't know. I feel like good and positive when I listen to it.
And do you feel like that music represents you? It's kind of hard for techno to represent you, or house,
Well,
but what do you
listen,
think?
you have people like one part of people would say techno music is only for some drug addicts, and
Yeah, yeah.
for me, techno music is someone for someone um, who has enough no, not enough like I don't know, like one big energy,
Okay.
and someone who is always in the move
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
likes to go around.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. Neda, go ahead.
Well, I think it depends on my mood. Mostly, when they say I listen to everything, I really mean that. Like if I'm really energetic, I would listen to some hard rock music. And when I feel sad, I will listen to something a little bit slower, like some old ballads.
Yeah,
How do you
yeah,
call it?
yeah.
So it really depends on my mood.
And do you feel like all of the songs, since you said you listen to a lot of songs and you listen to everything, do you feel like those
Pretty much.
songs? Do you feel like those songs represent who you are?
Well, yes, I think that music has a very big impact on your personality, on your style, on, I don't know, maybe your mentality.
Yeah,
And I think a lot of people express themselves through music.
true, true.
So yeah, I think it really influences us.
Yeah, I agree.
It has a big influence on people.
I agree. I agree. Maxim, go ahead.
Hello. Well, I love listening to K-pop and pop, and that is I really love that kind of genre of music because it just makes me feel powerful. It makes me feel confident, and yeah.
Okay. Do you feel like it represents you? It's kind of hard for K-pop to represent you, but do you feel like it does?
Well, yeah, it's kind of hard because you cannot understand everything, but I always search for translation. And yeah, sometimes, yes, I agree with Neda. It has a big impact on you and your style and everything.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. I agree completely. Vukashin, go ahead.
I like to listen to a lot of different genres, but my favorite genre out of all of them is probably industrial music.
Really?
Yeah, yeah, industrial music. The question if it defines me, yes, I think it defines me because it is creative and original,
Yeah, it
and
is.
I don't like to listen to mainstream stuff, and I don't know, I relate to it a lot.
Okay. I also like to listen to industrial music, and I also feel the exact same way. It is very uh, new, and it is very original, and it has a lot of creativity to it. So I completely agree. Okay, so uh, what about, since we talked about different genres and different styles and the effect it has on people, what do you think about Serbian music, about Serbian mainstream music completely? And alongside that, what do you think about the mainstream videos, the music videos that come up, the symbols and the meanings behind the videos and behind the songs and the message that the artists are trying to put out? What do you think of that? Do you think maybe we shouldn't care about that? Do you think it's a bad thing? Do you think it's a good thing? Do you think no one even listens to that music? Who cares? What do you think? Neda, go ahead.
Well, nowadays, I think that rap music, trap music, I mean, hip hop music, and all the subgenres of it, I think that's, as you said earlier, influenced by Western industry. And you can see all the different rappers today promoting drugs, violence, nudity, sexualizing women, and doing different stuff through their platforms that are really huge. And I think that really influences younger generations. Um, and I think that you can see that by the way that young people dress now. Everybody looks the same. Everybody has that mindset, and
Yeah,
everybody wants to achieve that lifestyle.
yeah, I agree completely. Maxim, go ahead.
Well, yeah, our music, mainstream music, is basically sending a wrong message to younger generations because of the like filmmakers that are making everything very explicit. They're bringing expensive cars, money, and drugs into the videos, music videos, and that's
Yeah,
very wrong. So
yeah.
it has very bad influence on young people.
So you believe the influence is bad, right? You believe that what they are showing in the videos, you do not agree with that. You think that that should not be the way it is.
Yes, exactly. Not just showing, but even singing the text, the lyrics, you know.
Yeah, yeah, okay, thank you. Dimitria, you wanted to say something?
I wanted to say we all have our music taste, and it's our opinion. And in my opinion, there is no bad music at all. I mean, there is, but in general, there isn't bad music
Yeah.
and bad singers and everything. That only depends on us. How do we feel? What do we listen from the young age? And that's what we'll listen when we get older, and that will represent our, I don't know, character of your, based on your music taste.
Yeah.
So my main opinion is when someone tells you, oh my god, you're listening to Serbian music, you're trash or something, and that's pretty bad, because you shouldn't judge people by their music taste.
Agree. I really agree with that. Vukashin, you wanted to say something?
Yeah, I just wanted to say that I agree with Dimitri with the fact that music is subjective, it is art. And I think if something is objectively bad, it should exist because it's a choice. And even if you listen to something that is objectively bad, that is subjectively good for you. And that's all that matters. And I think people that judge others for their music taste are actually insecure about their own music taste. And that's why they go and attack other people. And not just with music taste, and also with appearance and
with everything, pretty much.
Yes.
Yeah, I agree. So you believe that when someone listens to a certain type of music, that doesn't have to represent them completely, right?
Yeah, what I want to say is that music, the problem with music is not because it is bad and it will influence us bad. I mean, music, Serbian music now, we are grown ups, close to being grown ups, and when we listen to the music, you know it's not real. That's not the point of life.
Yeah.
It's all fun and games, but the problem is little kids that watch that, they don't know any better, and they need proper education about life and what it is about and the life qualities. And when they see somebody going in strip clubs and likewise, they think that is cool, I want to do that, and they miss the whole point about listening to music and enjoying life.
Yeah, exactly. I agree. So
I don't think so. I don't think so. You can. I don't think that you can run away from all of the music and stuff that surrounds us. So I don't think you can really stop the kids, the smaller kids, and the younger generation to listen to all of that and to have imagination about that kind of life and style of living.
Yeah.
Maybe by the help of the adults and everyone around them, they can slowly learn what are the real qualities in life and stuff. I mean, I can't say that even we know them.
Yeah,
and stuff.
Exactly. That is what I wanted to say.
Little by little, they will learn. So I don't think you can't actually run away from all of that music and everything in that era is you need to go through it as a kid.
Yeah, true.
It's a part of living.
True, but it is also a part of living, since, it is so easy to be popular right now, because all you have to do is talk about, I don't know, women, cars, money, drugs, I don't know, guns, murder, crime, whatever. And obviously, we know that isn't right. But that is exactly what I believe is making all of those, songs and artists popular, because they're talking about something that isn't morally correct, right? They're talking about, doing cocaine and, shooting guns. We do not do that. We're normal human. Well, I don't want to sound offensive, but, we know not to do that. We know that it's harmful and bad, but yet it also in a way attracts us because we know the status symbol it carries, right? And what I wanted to ask specifically concerning the videos, the music videos, I really, have a strong opinion about them. What do you think about women and the women's position in modern times? Do you think that women are overly sexualized? Do you think that in those music videos, do you think that maybe if there's a girl in it, it will do better and it will attract more people? What do you think about that? Neda, go ahead.
Well, I think that women today are over sexualized, and not just through music, through social media, through every single platform. You can see nudity, you can see women being called names. In the songs, they're literally calling out women like objects, and I think that it's very bad. And I think that was always around, but not as much as today. I think it just became normal.
Okay, I agree.
Can I add something?
Yes, of course, go ahead.
I think women now are, like Neda says, over sexualized, and in music videos or social media and real life, they are treated like things.
Yeah, like objects.
Yes, like objects.
Yeah, I agree.
I wanted to say something.
Oh, sure, go ahead.
I'm sorry. I think that today in society, there's a standard that every girl wants to have big lips, huge assets. It's the standard of beauty for today.
Yeah.
And I think that's influenced by music and by media. And yeah.
Yeah, I agree completely.
I don't think that men necessarily sexual. Sorry.
It's okay.
Sexualize women. I think that they kind of do it by themselves, to themselves, because if I don't want to be treated as an object, I wouldn't act that way. I wouldn't dress that way. I would act normal. I won't go around naked, and I don't know, like, I don't want to say stuff.
Yeah.
But if you're into that stuff, I don't know, like, doing that's good for you, but I don't think that only men are in fault in that way.
Yeah, I cannot agree more with you. I absolutely agree that even though the obviously women are the one being overly sexualized and they're the ones having problems right now, I obviously do not think that since it's women and there's two genders as we know, that inherently men are to blame for them being overly sexualized. And I agree with you. I completely agree that for the most part, I cannot say with 100% certainty, but for the most part, women did that to themselves. And the worst thing is they just keep doing it to themselves more and more because they see these videos, they see the money in the videos, they see how handsome the guys and also the girls are in the videos, and they think okay, if I look like this, I will have what they have in the video and what they rap about or what they sing about or what they claim. So yes, I completely agree with you. Temelkovic or Dimitri? I'm sorry you waited. I just we
No, it's okay. I just wanted to add up, when you put it this way, in our time in 220s, there isn't much to do as a woman. There are, like you said, two genders, men and female singers, and as you said, I think too that females put themselves in that position because you get more viewers if you're expressing nudity to those videos, and you're getting, I don't know, more subscribers or something like that on YouTube. And for the male part, that's kind of, if I mean, the reason I think women are over sexual because they have much more to show than men.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's the ugly way to say it, but it's
Yeah.
true.
Absolutely. Vukashin,
Can I say something?
wait, Vukashin, he wanted to say
No,
something.
he can talk before me.
Okay, sure.
I think that if a woman feels comfortable in her body, why she can't? If she love her body, why she can't show her body if she want?
Exactly.
Women's why men's can go outside without shirt, or I don't know, but women's if go outside with tops, or I don't know, skirt, they are I can't be rude here, but they are whores.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, I agree.
Can I say something?
Wait, Katarina wanted to say something.
Okay.
Yes, hi everyone. I don't really agree. I think I will make mistake. I think it's Nina, or I don't know. Well, I don't really agree with her opinion of women. They don't do them they don't do to themselves that. I don't think so. And I don't think so that society is wrong. Not just men, not just women, but it's whole society. And women can dress how they want. It's not if I wear a skirt that's maybe too short for you, you can. I don't want to be rude, but you can go the other way, or don't look at me. Just don't insult me. That's not your problem. What will I wear?
Yeah, that is completely true, and I agree 100% with that. But the problem is, since we're talking about this, the problem is, it's not about if I can, how do you say it, control myself or whatever when I see something like that. The problem is that girls want to, like increasingly, they more and more every day want to wear shorter skirts and tighter dresses and tighter pants and whatnot. And that is the problem because, well, in our opinion, that is the problem because that holds no real value. There's a reason why before no one dressed like that, because
I agree. I agree with you. I think that it has to be something to hide, but I don't see why we should be ashamed of ourselves and our body.
That is not the problem. I do not think that we're ashamed or that we should be ashamed. The problem is more and more girls think that if they're not, wearing short dresses and what you said, short skirts, that they're not good enough. They see some model or whatever, a girl in a music video wearing something and looking a certain way and having, certain makeup and whatnot, and things around her, having cars around her, money, stuff. And the girls especially, not just girls obviously, but the girls, and since we're talking about them, they see that and they think, oh my god, if I do not dress like that and if I do not look like that, I will probably not be as happy as her because she looks super happy with all those guns around her and whatnot. And I completely disagree with that. So what I wanted to say is I wanted to actually let Vukashin talk because he has been waiting for a while, so you can go ahead.
Yeah, what I wanted to say for a long time is before I start talking, I want to say that I'm not a sexist or a bad guy. This is my opinion, so you don't have to accept it. But I think that over sexualizing people, male and female, that is definitely in the media. But I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing, because when you look in the history of art, you have plenty of naked and exposed women and men, and it's art for a reason. I think that the human body is beautiful. I do think they send a bad message to younger people, male
Not
and females.
every human body are beautiful.
Okay, that's discussable, but what I want to say is that it's a form of free speech, and I think everybody is entitled to it. Of course, you can't have public nudity, but I don't think you should be so strict on yourself and have that peasant outlook on life and that, I don't know, biblical look on stuff.
I completely agree with Vukashin, and I think that the society is the one who is over sexualizing bodies and the way that people look, and we care about our looks so much, and I think that is very, very wrong. And I think it's just going to be a bigger and bigger problem. I think that's not gonna stop.
Yeah, I completely agree. Milica, you wanted to say something?
Yeah, I wanted to say that, for example, in TikToks, there are a lot of TikToks that are, trends. For example, having a perfect nose, checking your side profile or, body type. And there are people like literally crying in the comments and saying, like I forgot what I wanted to say. But
I guess you wanted to say something like, "Oh my God, you're so perfect."
My confidence went straight down after watching this video.
Yeah.
And that is very sad.
Yeah. Okay. So
there are a lot of young people.
I completely agree with that. And what I wanted to ask all of you is, I wanted to ask you to give me or everyone else here a conclusion about the relationship between music and, especially I guess since we're from Serbia, our music and the values that it brings. I am not only talking about, the bad values like over-sexualization, nudity, consumerism. I'm also talking about, stuff that can actually be good, good values. I don't know, working habits, bravery. We all know there's a bunch of songs that have those values and that carry those meanings, but they're not in the mainstream media, so we do not get to hear a lot about them. So yeah, can anyone tell me? Neda, you can start, and then.
Well, as I said earlier, I think that music has a very big influence on everyone, not just the younger generations. But when we are talking about the mainstream music today, especially in Serbia, I really can see something that is valuable and something that I can agree with. In the videos, song lyrics.
Yeah.
But there are some good sides to the music that we are listening to. It connects people, and everybody has their own music taste. We are all different, and I think that if you like something, then you should listen to it.
Okay, that is a flawless conclusion. Sava, you wanted to say something?
Yeah. And nowadays, people in Serbia don't listen to music just because of the rhythm or something like that, but they just want to feel, how to call it, flex that is exposed in that songs.
Yeah, I agree. And what do you think about that? Is that good or bad?
I think it's a bad thing because there isn't something good in that songs. Artists just want to represent the song in a good way, but it's a bad thing for us. I don't know how to.
Okay, I actually I understand and I completely agree. So, I guess what we can say is, as a final conclusion, is no one, and I mean absolutely no one, should be judged by their music taste and the music that they listen to. But we also should keep in mind that all the music that we listen to carries some certain meanings behind it, some certain values behind it, and some messages behind it. And it is up to us, the listeners of the music, to determine whether or not we agree, whether or not we will take up on those values or not, whether or not we will change something about us or about ourselves, whether or not we will try to fit in or not try to fit in and be original and unique. And yeah, Vukashin, maybe you wanted to give some better insight on the conclusion?
No, actually, I'm sorry. I wanted to raise my hand for the earlier argument about the narcissistic outlook in music. I forgot, excuse me, who talked about it, about flexing in music. But I wanted to say that I don't agree it's necessarily a bad thing. I mean, it's a musical genre in itself. It's kind of experimental. I think people should make anything they want, and people should actually, I mean, yes, from our perspective, our point of view, it is bad to be narcissistic, but they won't learn that it's a bad thing. They won't learn it's a bad thing if they themselves don't get in a situation where it bites them back, so I should say.
True.
So I think they should be narcissistic as much as they want, and when they realize it's a bad thing, that's when they will find out it's bad, and yeah, let them do what they want.
So
it's
that is basically what I said. Everyone has a right to listen to whatever, and everyone has.
I think it's better to flex with music than to flex in real life. I mean, if you can, I mean, why not?
Absolutely. So I just
don't think so, because when you're flexing in the spots, you share this emotion to other people's, and they start to thinking you're man like this and trying to be like you, and then you have a whole population which.
Okay, guys, I would gladly hear all of your opinions, but we're running out of time, so I just wanted to end it on that conclusion that we came up with, and I wanted to thank you all for coming. I will hopefully see you again in the next edition of Zoom In.
Goodbye.
And yeah, thank you for participating. Neda.
Thank you, Nicola.
Neda, thank you for being my co-host.
Thank you.
And
Thank you.
goodbye.
Bye.